just not like do anything about all that light back there.
Oh yeah, that just helps them.
I don't know. Fix it if you want.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay. Nice.
All right.
You just want people to look at your boobs.
I just want people to look at my boobs, yeah. Okay, so there, the live stream started for all the people out there.
Hey!
I
feel like I see JP is out there and Dennis. Hey, Dennis!
Hey! Wait, can we see this also?
Yeah.
Or no?
Okay.
How do you track this?
Okay, so the link is in the Facebook group and the Patrons group. Just click on that link and you can see the chat.
Ooh. Yay, live
broadcast. Bad pour.
Oh yeah.
And
I put mine in the fridge to keep it cool, but I got a little.
I haven't opened mine yet. I will do that on camera. And I don't have orange juice. I'm just straight up champagneing it. I do, however, have my, I'm double fisting. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here, ladies. Nice. And I know that's not early for some people, but it's early for me. So I have coffee.
Yeah,
it's my hell hath no fury, like a pissed off.
I love universe. That. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, I drank my coffee already. So I don't know if I told you guys, but like my French press, the glass had like a hairline crack in it, and I was like still using it, like waiting for it to explode. Okay. And I was like, I went to Target last night to get a replacement glass, and they don't sell the replacement glass anymore. So I just bought like a little one.
That's
just to have. And I was like, okay, well, this is probably fine because it's like the full French press is really too much coffee, more coffee than one person should be drinking every day anyway.
So we have.
But it's not enough. Sorry. I just went through one cup. I was like, oh, that's all the coffee.
All right, ladies. So we have a bunch of people in the chat now.
Oh, fantastic.
So we should probably get started in a second. But in case anybody was wondering, that's the kind of stuff that we talk about before we hit record, or when we do hit record, and then
a little behind the scenes. Which, by the way, Colleen, I loved how you edited this last night. It was so funny.
Well, I was originally
I haven't even listened to it yet.
I was going to put that at the end originally, and then when I started listening, I was like, no, this starts at the perfect point. I have to do it that way. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no. Why did I listen to it?
Well, I mean, it's just all the stuff that we were talking about right before we recorded that she just kept in, and it was great at the very beginning.
Oh, fantastic!
And then I did it like a prequel kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like I did it before I. You know what? I should pull the chat up on this desktop because then I don't have to keep going back and forth. I did it before I did the intro music.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I really
it was like a little Hobbit to our Lord of the Rings. It was great.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to check that out. Also, I'm gonna shut off the chat because I can see it's like
no, you just need to pause. Oh, okay. I was gonna say
just having the YouTube up and the Hangout is like really hurting my sad little computer who's already crashed once this morning. So like I was like trying to work on Christmas present stuff and it just kind of died. And I was like, no!
So, all right. Well, then let me.
Yeah. So this should. Okay. Yeah, you're already clear. So this is good.
I can't believe I'm drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning.
It's all right. Fun. All right. So shout out to JP, Dennis, C. Drake. Dan is in the chat. If anybody else is out there and wants to say hello, I think Allie was coming by. Oops. Before we get. Actually, let me start this show. All right.
Okay. First things first. Let's start at the beginning. A very good place to start.
A very good place to start.
Glug, 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 glug. Champagne. Check.
You guys are such adults with your champagne flutes.
Of course.
I don't own any.
Oh, Jay and Zachy say hi. That's exciting. All right. I'm gonna start recording. So everybody put their game face on.
My double fisting game face is.
Your double fisting game face. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast live Champagne Brunch.
Yay!
We're here at 11 and 8 in the morning, respectively.
Yes.
I'm Colleen.
So much respect.
I'm Colleen. Anybody? No? You guys have names?
No. I am Amanda. Good morning.
And
I'm Shandy.
Yes.
And it's 8 o'clock here.
Yay.
Cheers.
Cheers. You're double fisting, you were telling us before we started recording.
I have my coffee in my Hell Hath No Fury, like a pissed off uterus in one hand, and I have my champagne that I just opened live for anyone watching in the other hand.
Cheers. Raising our glasses to all of you guys.
Yep.
I can't drink too much this morning because I have a Christmas party tonight where it's like unlimited wine refills. So,
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Is this the one with like the big refills?
yeah.
I don't know why I went like 7-Eleven like Slurpee refill on that.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. But
Yeah.
before we continue, we need to give a big shout out to Jacob because he helped us come up with a design for these awesome I'm With Her shirts that we're wearing.
They are so great. I'm so happy we have them.
I know. I love them. I'm going to have to take a picture of it and send it to him. But while we're on the topic of shout outs, let me give another shout out to all the people in the chat. So, hey, JP, Dennis, Cedric, Dan, Matthew, hey, Matt. Who else is in here? Jay and Zach are in the chat watching from downstairs. It's like role reversal because I always watch them from downstairs when they do the patron hangouts. So
nice.
Yes. Now I'll know what it's like to have two streaming hangouts in one house when I get the, hey, stop streaming things. The internet's going down. So the tables have turned. But yeah, anyway. If you are listening now and you didn't join us for the live show, they're going to be doing a live Westworld at 10:45 on Sunday night, immediately following Westworld. And you can go to jandjack.com/live. And from now on, whenever we do live shows, that will be the place that you can, your direct link for all of them. So just, we don't think you're using the nice mic, by the way. Come upstairs and help me with the nice mic.
What's the nice mic?
The one I thought I was using.
And is that a consensus? Is that what Zachary thinks too?
I think so. I think it was really Zach. Hey, so I don't have the right mic?
No, because you're using this laptop. You're not using that camera or anything. But it's fine. You don't sound bad.
Okay. But it's going into here.
Yes, what she
that's
said?
recording your good voice. They're hearing this mic, but it's fine.
Okay. All right. So guys, sorry. So that means if I start typing, you guys will hear that too. So I should.
Yes, but that's fine.
Okay.
I also moved the camera up so they can see all of your face.
Oh, thanks. All right. So that happened. And the benefit of live is that this isn't going to be edited out. So that would have all been edited out.
It's like behind the curtain.
Woo!
Yes.
So how's it going, ladies, in the 2 days since we've spoken last?
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh man.
Awesome.
And last night I was gonna go to bed early, just a very, good girl. Not drink, get ready to wake up at 6:30 and do this. It did not happen. I am in sweatpants, which you can't see. And like I said, I'm drinking my coffee. So yeah. I know that 8 o'clock is not early for a lot of people, but it's Saturday. But I am so happy to be here.
Yeah. Well, we did not get a good night's sleep because Zach has my cough now. Which,
no.
And you've heard, everybody has heard my cough. And it's like, the can't breathe, when you're coughing kind of cough. So yeah. We laid awake with our hands on his back the whole night to make sure that he was still breathing.
Oh.
I didn't want him to have any respiratory distress in his sleep.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's why I've got mega circles, which I tried to put mascara and eyeliner on to make them go away, and it just made them worse. So
okay, so this is truly behind the scenes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mom problem.
This is when Colleen's like, "Oh, I look terrible," and we're like, "Really? No, you actually look awesome."
Yeah, I wouldn't have noticed. Had you not said anything, I wouldn't have noticed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, no,
I noticed,
definitely.
So I feel like I need to take a selfie of this shirt sometime while you were talking. Yeah. But yeah, we have we have a couple things to get into. I know that we are going to talk Gilmore Girls at some point, and we did get an email from Mandy about that. So,
Oh, right.
yay!
Let me actually go check that out. I saw it pop up this morning and didn't actually read it.
Mandy, and I'm assuming her husband has not heard our show, but I feel like he would like it, and all of us, without exceptions, if he did hear it. So there's that.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Mandy, please.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. There's my selfie out of the way. Anyway, chat, you guys.
Yeah, we also just got another email.
Oh, good. Yeah. We have a phone call too, but
we have a voicemail.
Right. So we do.
But we're not going to play that today because I have no idea.
That's a little too behind the scenes. How we do the voicemails.
How we do? Yeah, I don't want everybody to see that because that is not pretty at all. So Dennis said he watched Summer and Fall last night. We'll get to the Gilmore Girls stuff in a minute because I feel like that's going to be a lively discussion. And I actually have a blog post I'm going to post after this. I was going to do it before.
Nice.
I was going to post it before this, and then I said, then nobody has any reason to tune in and listen to my wonderful thoughts. So I'll do that after we're done. But Matt still hasn't seen any Gilmore Girls, and JP said, "What's Gilmore Girls?" Well, you guys came to the right champagne brunch this morning.
Wow. Then I guess we'll just sort of push that off a little bit so we don't.
Yeah.
So we don't make everyone kind of go away for a while. We want you to stay.
Oh please. They're with hers. I like that this chat is full of dudes.
Yeah.
That's the best part of this.
That is the best part of it.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
I feel like I want to report back about one thing from our last podcast. I went and I looked at that video that Tim posted of the Married Man show, of Nick standing up.
Oh God.
Right.
Super underwhelming, and I don't mean that against Nick.
Yeah. It was a much smaller moment than we were led to believe.
And I'm sure Nick does not like that we're using terms like much smaller moment and underwhelming, but has nothing to do with him.
Has nothing to do with him.
I just texted Nick to come into the chat. We'll see what happens. And if anybody wants to, maybe we'll open it up at the end to people to come on and actually talk with us instead of during the listener feedback section.
Cool.
And let me know, and I'll look up. There's a phone number to call in to that we set up once last October, and I can try to see if I can figure out how to work that. Otherwise, we'll, I don't know, maybe put the Hangout link and we can let people in one at a time.
Cool.
So, yeah, but we have 10 people.
An audience with the broadcast. I kind of like
that.
I know. We have 10 people watching, but not 10 people in the chat. So I challenge you to let us know somewhere if you're watching, and I'll check the Facebook pages. I guess while we're doing this, getting our bearings here, I'll plug the Patreon and talk about the new patron podcast that is coming out as soon as Jacob hands me the artwork for it. Because it is produced, it is ready, it just needs to be artwork in, and there's a new feed, so every patron, no matter what level, can listen to it. So that's going to happen today, or it happened already, depending on when you're listening to this. And that is actually Shut Up Tim is producing a series of Inside the Podcaster's Studio. He interviewed Jay last night with it. They're just half an hour look based on questions that Tim's brain came up with. And if you listen to the This or That games, you know that Tim's brain can come up with some pretty interesting questions. Mm-hmm. And based on questions from the listeners. So, Jana just texted me that she's watching. Hey, Jana, you should come and visit me soon. Jana is a podcasting friend from the very, very start. Actually, the people that are still around that I've known since 2007, since we were in the apartment doing Metro Buzz, would be Nick, Boston, and Jana. And I'm sure there's more.
I didn't realize everybody goes back that far.
Oh, everybody goes back that far. They all go back to the Lost Podcast and Metro Biz days, a lot of them.
Metro Biz?
Metrobuzz, which Amanda was on. But
I was.
yes.
Usually it was just a quick cameo, but yeah, I was there.
Yeah, there are so many stories from those days. I
Yeah.
remember before Boston told the story about before he was married. I remember when Boston messaged me one day and was like, "I'm going to propose to my girlfriend." So
Wow.
it's like it's weird. I've known a lot of these people for 10 years because I started listening to the Lost podcast in January of 2006. So I I knew John from college, but a lot of the people, Desiree, Illyrio, like those people were back on the old Lost podcast message boards way back. So here's cheers to all of you that I've known for 10 years. This is crazy. Almost 11 years because January is when I joined them. So
Wow.
crazy.
Time flies.
Mark Earl. How do you say it? Because I read it Markeel when I see it on Twitter, and I don't know if that's right or not. And I'd like to say it right, but Mark is here. Ro is here. Team Icon Gaming is here. So this is exciting. There's people watching us.
Oh, good. I'm glad I put makeup on.
Oh man.
Yeah. If you guys are just joining the chat or the stream, let me plug the shirts one more time. Jacob sent us stuff to make shirts.
Oh,
Yay!
yay.
If anybody wants a shirt, maybe I'll. Oh, Lindsay! Hi, Lindsay. If anybody wants a shirt, if there's enough interest in the Facebook or the Patrons group or whatever, maybe we'll do some kind of shirt campaign or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, because Jacob said because we're getting new artwork.
Wow, when is that happening? I'm so excited for this artwork. Jacob did such a good job. It's like it's like insane. It's so good.
The artwork was supposed to happen, and then I forgot.
I wasn't sure if you were like holding it back for like a reason.
Well, I think I'm going to hold the Married Man and Broadcast ones until January when we do the live crossover because you've seen.
Oh, yeah.
So Jacob made us.
That's a great idea.
Jacob made us new artwork for each show, and they go hand in hand. And then he created a joint artwork, and it's like for anytime we do a crossover show, and it's my favorite. I love it. You guys have seen it.
The joint one?
Yeah. Let me see. Hey, Jacob, can you send me all of the Married Man? I'm talking to him on chat right now. Him and Tim, because we're working on the artwork for Tim's thing that's coming out later. So I'm always doing a million things at once, unfortunately.
It's true.
Yep.
Keeps the ship running, you do.
Yep.
Okay. Guys, talk while I do this.
I was drinking.
So now you guys know why I talk so much.
Yeah, sorry. So I got a rug delivered this morning.
Okay,
nice.
Yeah.
Not the subject I was hoping you were going to bring up. I'm better off telling everybody that I'm wearing Victoria's Secret yoga pants right now.
Victoria's Secret yoga pants. I'm wearing Victoria's Secret underwear and bra.
Oh, I'm wearing the underwear that I showed you guys.
Nice.
I wore that as a nice little tribute. Plus, it's purple, and everything else I have on is purple right now. So
my bra is purple.
Oh, but I'm sorry, Amanda. Tell us about your rug. I was an asshole.
That was kind of the long and the short of it. It's not really a very good story. Other than the fact that my house is a mess right now. When you live in 2 rooms, like one little thing disrupts everything.
Fair enough.
Like there's crap everywhere. Like there's stuff from under the bed. We have the Christmas stuff out because we're going to try and get a tree this weekend. And it looks like we're moving in all over again. It's so if you pan out the wide shot is really not great, guys.
So it's Mark Earl.
Earl.
Yes, that's the pronunciation for anybody dying to know, other than me, because I was really dying to know.
Yeah.
So, awesome. Thank you. Does anybody in the chat have any topics that they want us to talk about? No? Yes? Oh, I'm sorry. They're on a delay, so they'll see this 30 seconds after I ask it.
Right. So we'll just sit here and wait.
We'll just sit here and wait in awkward silence.
Gilmore Girls, Victoria's Secret. I've officially forfeited my man card. So
JP, can you tell us, does the chick that you had the one date with, does she listen to the broadcast or not?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Important information.
This is very important. Yeah.
Super important.
/ have you talked to her?
Yeah. Just any updates at all. Really?
Oh, that's right. As Matt, yes, and Matt just pointed out while we're waiting for JP to hear this and give an update. Will, our friend Will, who writes in that's going to draw Shandy naked, had a car accident the other night.
He did.
Oh.
He did.
But
Any update on that? He's okay. The car is
He's
obviously not
okay.
okay.
No, the car is not okay. There's a picture, but he said that he's okay. And so, Will, if you're listening to this, I know you're behind, and I hope you listen to it before a year from now when you're like, we're bringing up the car accident is like a distant memory, and now we've given you like PTSD or something. We hope that you have that everything. We're glad that you're okay, and we hope that if you have any bumps or bruises, you have a speedy recovery mentally and physically and emotionally.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if you're listening to this a year later after this is in the distant past and it just brought up bad memories.
Yeah.
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 Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, guys, it's happening. Oh, the itching.
Oh! Everybody
I wore,
take a drink.
I wore like a special, like super tight sports bra in the hope to like just keep everything kind of locked in. Yeah, that is proving to not work out the way I thought it would. But it's my prettiest sports bra.
Nice.
Like it's all
good.
like
Yeah,
really,
it looks purple.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's got some purple. It's got some colors in it.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
JP said he hasn't talked to her yet. And he's going to take our advice if they ever bump into each other in the cafeteria. And Dennis points out that he came back for the itching.
Don't worry. At some point, I'm sure I'll forget that we're live and I'll really get in there. So. It's probably bound to happen.
I want to hear from some of the ladies in the chat. And that includes you, Jana. You can just text me if you're still listening. What do you guys want to talk about? What kind of underwear do you wear? So,
Yeah.
bro.
It's true, because the more I think about it, it's like between the last time we recorded and today, the only thing I did was watch Gilmore Girls. Like I have nothing else to give you. I went to work, I ate food, and I watched Gilmore Girls. That was pretty much, I have nothing exciting that happened.
Well, that's fair, I guess. Yeah. Well, and we're going to talk about Gilmore Girls. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, it was like such a rush to get it done.
Mm-hmm. And, okay, fine. What did you think?
Nah.
I'm dying. Okay. All right. Well, then that we can wait for.
Yeah.
Oh, are we excited for? Are we excited for Fuller House? Yes, December 8th.
Oh, there's a
I
season
think
2.
December
right?
9th. Yeah.
Nah, I got too much else to watch. I want to get back and finish Black Mirror and
I need
some
to
other
start and
things.
finish Black Mirror.
I'm
I'm excited for Fuller House.
I don't know. It just like it felt like it was trying too hard for me.
It's cute.
It was.
I thought it was cute too. I thought it was just like a real like feel good like when you just want something nice on TV. I liked it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Like in that terms, I agree. But I think I have so many other things that I'm a little like.
Yeah.
I want to watch a little more. It's like something that like if I'm doing something else just to have on in the background, then it's like it's super cute in that regard. But yeah.
I'm now 3 episodes behind on Survivor, which is like blasphemy.
Oh my goodness. How are you living?
Survivor podcast.
How are you?
I don't know.
Or you're living and that's why you're far behind.
Right. I had to
like you're off living your life.
Oh,
I've never actually since I started watching, I've never been behind like this ever. I've never been more than a day behind.
And it's actually gotten good.
Oh man, I know who got voted out on the double episode, but I don't know how. And I don't know who got voted out the other day. So
how about Ken? Is Ken still around?
Okay.
I don't know.
Is Mr. Ken?
Sorry, Mr. Ken is still around, and his brother was a family visit.
Oh! You sounded like
it.
Did anyone else get the Colleen sounds like an alien sound?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're still doing it.
I am?
No, you're better.
now
You're back.
Okay.
It was like super weird. It's like you straight up sounded like an alien. Like you sounded like something.
Robots.
The
chat called me a robot. Let's see.
Hey, speaking of aliens, have you guys seen that movie about like the aliens and the talking with the aliens? What is that called? The Arrival.
The Arrival. I have not seen that, but we
No.
talked about that yesterday at work, actually, randomly.
Is that the one that's kind of like it's like Contact, but like without Jodie Foster?
With Amy Adams?
Yeah.
I think so.
Right. Yeah, I saw the trailer and I was like, no, I saw this movie already. It was Contact. Like, I don't need to see it again.
No, but it's like seems like so linguistically interesting. It's like it's like this like chick who like has to figure out their language and like go talk to them and translate and stuff. Looks good.
The chat is making fun of my robot sounding voice. Exterminate patriarchy.
Yes, yes, with the Doctor Who. Yes.
Drunk bot. Shandy, JP saw The Arrival, said it was interesting, good. Matt said it was pretty good, so I'll get around to it. Nick told me like the whole plot though. Like I know exactly what happens in the movie, so I feel like I don't really need to rush out and see it. I know that's terrible, but I have a story actually.
Okay.
Let me get the cough out of the way. All right. So I don't think did I tell you guys this? Because I don't think I did, but
I don't know. Maybe start telling us and we'll let you know.
The giant fuck up with Santa coming to Zach's daycare?
No.
Okay. I can't with this. So Santa came to Zach's school the other day. And you know, every year Santa comes and the kids sit on his lap and you take the pictures. I posted the picture on Facebook last night of Zach, and the parents have the option to get like they send the picture to everybody, but you have the option to pay like $10 per ornament and get like a picture of your kid with Santa in an ornament, and it's like cute, like grandparents' gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, they have these order forms and, you know, just very mindless. Okay, so Santa comes, takes the picture, whatever. I asked Zach that day, I was like, how did it go? And he goes, I cried. Okay, can't wait to see the picture.
I cried. Getting him comfortable with tears at a young age. Everybody cries. It's okay.
Yes. Yeah,
Real men cry.
Really
yes.
actually.
He can speak his feels.
Yes.
We have no shordage of that with him.
Yep.
We're not going to have
You're doing a good job. You're raising a well-adjusted son.
It's fair to say he got my personality. We'll just leave it at that. So we get on Wednesday. So I get there Tuesday afternoon, and they've just had a change in the daycare. Like both directors left, and the assistant director of something, they all left at like within like a 1 month span. So they have 2 new co-directors and a whole new admin staff. And, you know, I get there and I ask, because last year they had the pictures up right away, like the same day. They took them to Target, got them developed, and you could see, and you could like, oh, I want to get an ornament after all kind of thing. So I was like, hey, you have the proofs back? And they said, no, we'll get them. They're still at Target. We'll get them back tomorrow. So the next morning I'm like, oh my God, do you have the Santa pictures yet? And they're like, no, they're still at Target. And I'm like, well, somebody clearly needs to go to Target and get these damn pictures. So during that morning, I get an email from the school, and I have it actually, because I can't do it justice without reading it. Because I was just like, what in the actual fuck happened? Because it was one of those emails. Okay.
Oh my God.
Good morning. I wanted to say sorry for the mix-up on Santa's visit yesterday. I have reached out to Santa, and he is making a return visit to Primrose on Friday morning. Every child will have their picture taken, and the proofs will be hung up in the hallway by the afternoon. Additional order forms are available at the front desk. And I'm thinking, so he didn't actually have his picture taken with Santa? Like, they told me that they told me that the pictures were at Target getting developed.
Uh-huh.
And then another email comes out.
Jesus.
Maybe a half an hour later. And it essentially explains that they only let the kids whose parents had already paid for the ornaments sit on Santa's lap and take pictures with him. I mean, really.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's hard to fuck up a Santa visit.
Wow.
So what did he do it? So that's why he cried.
No, we had already paid for ours.
Okay.
We had already paid for ours.
They're like, no, you actually can't be Santa.
Those poor kids. Fuck.
Yeah. So, but it's not even poor kids. It's like it's like the poor kids or the kids whose parents are like, you're our third kid, we don't need another fucking orphanage. Like, just, it was the equivalent of like throwing the cafeteria food out in front of the kid whose parents hadn't paid for their lunch.
Yeah.
And I just
in case you weren't sure, little kid, we're gonna show you that your family doesn't have as much money as the other ones.
oh my god.
Or just can't
Or
adhere
doesn't
to, like,
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, or your parents don't have their shit together. So I mean that's a pretty big screw up. Like the kids got to all meet Santa in the classroom when he came around, but they didn't all get to sit on his lap and take pictures.
That's just weird.
Oh man.
Isn't like who does that? I guess
That's just like a really bad judgment call. Like, why did no
I
one say
know.
like, maybe this isn't like what we should do?
Yeah.
oh my god.
Oh,
So
yeah.
man.
Santa had to come back yesterday, and then they showed us everybody's pictures at once.
Oh my god.
So, and that's the second big screw up that they've had since they've changed directors. I told you guys about the first one where they had to close the school as everybody was on their way or already there.
What? I
Wait,
don't remember
what?
this.
No.
I don't remember
Yes,
that story.
Yes, I told you guys. So we generally drop Zach off between 8:15 and 8:30, depending on how late we're running, aka me, is running. When Jay takes him, he's out the door by 8. Me, not so much. But I was getting gas, and I was particularly late this day. It was like 8:25, and we get a message saying Primrose is closed because there's no electricity.
You were running late.
Yeah. So there were kids that had been there, like so it opens at 7, so there's kids that get dropped off at 7, and at 7:05 I got the first message saying there was no electricity, but Duke Energy was there then, and they anticipated everything should be set by like 9 o'clock. I think that's what it is. Zach was gonna come with me to work, so I was taking my time because he was going to be with me for a little while. They anticipate everything should be good by like 9 o'clock. And then at 8:25 is when they were like, just kidding, we're closed.
Oh man.
That's terrible.
Oh man.
So they had their makeup day this morning where anybody that wanted to drop their kid off between 8 and 12.
Ah, yes.
Right.
That you did mention. We talked about that. So it was like, sweet.
Oh, hey, fan favorite Tim is in the chat.
Oh.
Oh boy. I think he's trying to make this show all about Tim. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. Shandy and I know what happens when you tease Tim when he first wakes up. So hopefully he's been up for a little while.
Oh God, what happens?
What happens in the tribe chat stays in the tribe chat.
All right.
Yes, truer words were never spoken. Hi, Tim.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I don't know if he's like pity laughing me or sarcastic laughing me or actually laughing at me right now, but
he wants us to talk about how he's a dick too. Hey.
Some feedback from the chat. JP said my friend took their 1-year-old son to see Santa in town. The guy who was there was skinny with a 5 o'clock white shadow. It turns out the local Santa they typically had used, who was amazing, had passed away. Okay, well, this story took a center.
Oh, that's horrible.
That is the best replacement they could find on short notice. But yeah.
Oh.
And then C. Drake said, nothing says Christmas like Santa for profit. And there's a coalition of Santas in Wake County.
What?
At least. Yeah, there's like a Santa.
A
There's like a
coalition.
Santa society in Wake County where I live. Like they have a website. You can go on, and if you need a Santa, like you have to like register to be a Santa that can go places and have kids sit on their lap, which I feel is
I'll support that.
Which
yeah,
is good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back on board.
Proper vetting for old men
Yeah.
who want kids to sit on their lap. Yeah, I'm on board for that.
Well, it's like the
But-
same thing. It's like as an online minister, I have to be like registered and whatever. So I get it. I feel like you know, you're getting a legit Santa
Yes.
as opposed to some dude with a 5 o'clock shadow.
Jake. All right, so we've been joined by Shut Up Tim, by Mike, and by Jacob. He wants to see the shirts.
Hey!
Yeah, they
Boom
turned
shot!
out awesome.
Boom shot, everybody!
Hey!
I know, actually, like, the place that the text printed makes my boobs look huge, which is awesome. I have a glass in
I did that on purpose.
It's very flattering because I actually don't really have very big boobs, but you wouldn't know.
There's like a model picture, and you can like adjust it to see where the text is gonna fall on the model. So I purposely did that. Yeah.
Very nice.
You're welcome. But thanks again, Jacob.
Yeah, they're great.
Yes, thank you.
Shandy, Tim wants to know if he missed a Stitch Fix update.
I have the hopefully proper sized pants coming in like the next couple of days. I will be sure to let Tim know. I know that he just loves my Stitch Fix updates. Now I can't say it either. Fix. That's what happens when you drink at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Fish sticks. It's a fish stick.
C. Drake, who I'm pretty sure his name is Chris. I'm going to call you Chris, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Chris says, I'm not sure if I should be offended that I get asked to dye my beard and be Santa or not. Now I'm afraid the Santa Coalition will come after me if I did do it.
Come be one of us.
Yay.
Ho, ho, ho.
And Mike said, I think a lot of places have Santa societies, Santa groups to keep the predators out.
Yeah,
No, I think that's
that
smart.
is good thinking. Yeah.
And Jacob
not-
said, yes. And Jacob said, I just boosted your ratings with the boob shot. You're welcome. Thank you.
Indeed.
Here's the picture of the spur of the moment Santa that JP was talking about. Can you guys all see that?
Could he not wear like a fake beard?
Santa. That's not even the right hat. Like all of it. Like nothing is working here.
He
looks like someone's creepy uncle.
Yeah.
Good times. But anyway, so thank you for that. Tim said, have Colleen knock over all those dumb toys behind her. Hey, Tim, do you want to come on for a hot second and plug your thing that you did yesterday?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I'm sure the answer is yes.
Okay, but you can't stay on for the whole time because we want to take turns.
Well, can we eject him if we decide we've had enough?
We
I
can.
believe we can.
It's like the podcasting version of like the big cane. Like
Yeah. All right. I think Jacob is going to send me the artwork, and I invited him to come on also. Oh, fuck you, Mike. Tim, that was a great game you made. Please.
Colleen, that was an awesome game that you put
It really.
together.
It was very clever.
I
It was
thought
a
it
good
was too.
It was
Yeah.
a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should make a resurgence from time to time. We should bring it back.
I'm good
Maybe
with that.
for the big birthdays, we can bring it back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about 25, our car rental birthday?
Oh,
Our
that's-
car rental
that is-
birthday.
that is a big birthday.
I told you guys after the episode, I meant to mention on our 22nd episode that that was when I got married, actually.
Right. No, we talked about it a little bit on Thursday when we
Yes.
recorded.
Yes.
Was it on the recording?
Here's Tim.
I think it was after.
Oh, maybe it was after. Either way, this is information that has been in my brain.
Yes, yeah.
We have to.
All
It
right.
just blew my mind like way.
Like I was a youngin', yeah.
You were a youngin'.
Hey, dude, how's it going?
What's up?
Good
Hey.
morning.
Good morning. I just woke up. Got morning
Yeah.
voice going on.
Well, you've come to the right hangout.
Yeah.
I just ran with underwear, by the way, for all of you
nice.
weird runners who don't run with underwear. So
So you didn't just wake up. You've already been on a
Yeah,
run.
so you've
Jesus
been awake.
Christ.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, good.
ambitious.
yes, you should.
You'll be a lot nicer to me.
Oh my God.
I'm glad.
Wait. Sorry. Pause, time out. Well, I guess Jay's kind of been on, but I was gonna say you're our first guest ever. This is the first time we've had a male voice on here.
That's
so
not true.
It's the
congratulations.
second time.
It's the
Second time.
second
Okay,
time.
second.
Like let's
Alright.
be real
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Let's-
Sorry.
let's-
Sorry.
First male.
Jake would like
First
to know
male
if you're
guest.
wearing. Yeah. Oh, Jay would like to know if you're wearing hair gel. Hey, JJ, if you want to come up and chat.
Yeah, that is quite the look you're sporting there, Tim.
JJ, if you and Zachy want to come up and say hi, please do.
Gotta say this. Love Stitch Fix update. Also, just like the Married Men show, are any of you currently in your underwear and would like to stand up and show us?
No. We're all in yoga pants. We've talked about this already.
I
Yeah,
am rocking pretty great slippers, though. I can show you my slippers.
Oh, nice.
I'm wearing tights.
Yeah.
Here. Wait.
Oh, you win. I'm wearing sweatpants.
Oh. Yeah, I'm wearing leggings. Ooh, oh my. And I'm rocking these bad boys. Yeah, that's right. These are slippers.
Oh my god, they look so cute and comfortable and warm.
All right, this is
Well,
very
because I'm a really loud walker, so I need to wear
that's
the
right.
things on my
We talked
feet
about
to muffle the sound.
So you have
Wow.
your rug and you have your slippers.
Yeah, so it
Okay.
helps. It helps.
Wait, what? Why am I here?
You're here to plug the thing that you and Jay did yesterday, and then you're leaving.
Oh, we did something all right.
Oh, dear.
You heard it here first.
Well, yeah, we've already mentioned it, but
So we heard it here second, but go ahead.
you've done
Again.
you do a much better job than what I
Again,
would do.
just in like normal life, I'm coming second. So
as it should be.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
hey, can you guys like show off your shirts again and show your boobs for like another 5 minutes?
Boobs. Tim wants to see my boobs.
Boom.
No, but just wanted to say that Jack Network has a new show on the network that from the man who brought you the 20 question game, not Colleen, by the way. This brilliant brain has come up with a brand new podcast that will interview every single one of the Jay and Jack podcasters. The only hitch is it's a patron only podcast. So if you donate $1 to infinity, you get this awesome, delicious, brilliant podcast out of my brilliant brain coming to you. It's delicious. The only way to properly express it. And have you guys revealed the name of the show, or should we reveal the name of the show?
I have not revealed the name of the show, but if you can.
It's a mouthful, and that is definitely what she said.
Yep.
Yeah, she does say
So
that
what
a lot.
everybody said.
So I'd like to properly introduce Jay and Jack Present, a Shut Up Tim production of Inside the Podcaster Studio with Shut Up Tim. Yes, that is the full title. And we at Jay and Jack Present, a Shut Up Tim production of Inside the Podcaster Studios with Shut Up Tim. Yes, that is the full title. We're dedicated to bring you in-depth interviews with all of the Jay and Jack podcasters. It's kind of like, think of Inside the Actor Studio, but with a proper, more elegant, more articulate host.
See, Shut Up Tim is in rare form this morning.
Yeah.
This is I'm always.
Hey, Tim, there is actually a large amount of chatter in the chat about your hair. Jay said that you're Starboy.
Oh my God, I
Mike
almost
said that
choked.
you've got weekend hair going on. Also, Jay said that you may mention the title of said podcast that I'm not going over about 1 million times during the show. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so Jay was my first guest, and I promise, moving forward, we'll get higher caliber guests. In fact, one of the 3 broadcasts has already booked a date. So upcoming.
Did we book a date? I gave
Yeah,
you 2 dates. Which of those
I guess
dates
now
do
we
you
know
want
which
to do?
broadcaster it is.
Yeah. Surprise! It's me.
we haven't officially booked a date, but we could do that behind the scenes and add a little mystique to the podcast. But thank you. Yes, Amanda will be joining me in, I think, the 4th episode of Jay and Jack Present, a
there we
Shut
go.
Up production of
Oh, wait.
Inside the Podcaster Studio with Shut Up Tim. Yes, this is the full title.
Oh man, I can't even wait. I'm so excited.
You should
Chris
listen to
says-
J1, and you might not be.
Yeah, I feel like I have to really work on my best like deadpan answers.
So
You can
the
ask
J
me, like
No.
what's my spirit animal? Like, should I prepare
the
Oh, what
J
is
one
your
is
spirit
actually
animal?
going to be out
a mimosa?
later today.
Yes.
Awesome. I am very
Actually,
excited
maybe-
to listen.
Maybe a Bloody Mary. Maybe that's my spirit animal.
Okay.
Actually,
And
I
no,
like
I'm,
that your
I'm
animals
gonna
are all
go. I'm gonna go. Yeah, might
Not
be an
always-
old fashioned. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay.
And, and remember, if you are a supporter of Jay and Jack Present, a Shut Up Tim production of Inside the Podcast Studio with Shut Up Tim, yes, this is the full title. Make sure to hashtag your tweet. Hashtag JAJPASUTPOIPS
Oh my god.
WSUTYIITFT.
Just
Definitely
like
don't do
listing
that.
letters like QRX421.
My t-shirts are going to be
37.
way better than yours. And here are
Mm,
my boobs.
Oh God, your boobs. I mean,
Very,
now
very shapely. What kind of bra are you wearing?
Yes.
It's really it's
Sports bra. I just ran.
Is it a bralette?
yeah.
And this is
Oh, that's right.
this is beanie hair. I had my. It's cold here in
oh,
California. It's
that
balm.
solves it because there's been a lot more chatter.
Yes.
Somebody said something.
it's-
Chris said something about Mary hair.
Yes.
Oh, Chris also says drink every time Tim says his own name.
Oh.
I think we've got the start of a new drinking game for the Married Men Show.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey Tim, I will say it has finally happened. Like I have finally been California'd, and like it's freezing. Yeah. I
Yeah.
would have never said those words before, but I'm so cold.
Cold here in a bomb. It's a balmy, sunny, 55 degrees here in
And
California.
I'm like freezing. And I used to hate when people said that because I'm from Montana. Drink. Was that on our drink list? I don't know.
I think
But,
so.
No, it's French stuff.
Yes. Okay. Well,
well,
anyways.
ladies,
Yes.
ladies, I have to bid you adieu. I have to get my kids up, and we have to go to gymnastics. So
Nice.
um,
Say hi. Hey, say hi, especially to your daughter.
I will.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
your son's
yeah,
really
the
cute. too.
son, fuck him.
No, it's just like Tim's daughter and I were kind of best friends. No big deal. But yeah, your son's really cute too. I liked your snaps. So hello.
I just want to remind everybody that if you haven't become a patron yet,
Okay.
for just $1, you're able to receive out today the first inaugural episode featuring
All right.
Jay
I'm
Gladfelter,
gonna go
known
get a refill. I'll be right back.
known from such podcasts as the V podcast, and what was that show where like everyone fell asleep?
Flash
for, like,
Forward.
2 hours? Flash Forward, yes. And again, my show's called Jane Jack Presents.
Oh my god, he's still talking.
Inside the podcast, you made me mess up. I have to start over.
Mhm.
Jane Jack
No.
Presents.
Oh good, I didn't
Shut Up
miss
Tim
anything.
production of
Oh, there's
Inside the Podcaster Studio with Shut Up Tim. Yes, this is the full title. And ladies, adieu. Have a great
I
champagne
just
brunch.
put it on the screen.
Make sure to please mention how old your show is. Talk about Stitch Fit.
23.
23 bitches. We've
Woohoo.
graduated from college, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, well, unless we did an extra lap.
That's true.
Yes, yes. There's and here's my art.
Get the fuck out of here. Go take care of your kids.
Oh, goodbye.
And he did. So speaking of the artwork, Jacob has joined us because I don't know. I hope you guys can all see this on the screen. Because somebody had asked in the chat, and I think it was Matt, how will Jacob fit all of that into the logo? Well, here is how he fit it all into the logo.
He is that
Because
good.
he's awesome.
It was
Yeah.
very painful.
It did, because you came up with, you want to show them the alternate version you came up with, which you were really like, but seriously, guys, can we do this one?
Yes. Yeah, let me turn off my screen sharing real quick.
Okay.
if I figure out how. Da-da-da. Okay, hey, there I am. Yeah, let me grab it real quick. Vamp and talk and stuff.
Okay, very cool. So yeah, Jacob's gonna grab the alternate artwork for Shut Up Tim. Jane Jack presents Inside the Actors Studio with fucking Shut Up Tim. Blah blah blah. Also, JP wants to know, Shandy, while we're vamping, how do you say Montana in French?
Yes, it is Le Montana.
All
There
right,
you go.
there we go.
Pretty much
Rose
interesting.
says, "Don't diss Flash Forward." That's how I found Jay and Jack. Really? Out of all the things, that's how you found them? Wow, that's actually really cool.
Wait, what?
Flash Forward.
Is that a show? What is
It was
that?
a show that only lasted a season.
Oh.
And really, the great part about that was the dude couldn't remember anything, and it's like Joseph Fiennes, I think, and he goes, "Because I was loaded, okay?" And we pretty much played that clip all the time because it was amazingly campy and wonderful. But yeah. Let's see. It finally happened. That's what she said. Matt's on fire today. And Michelle said in the Facebook chat that she wants one of the broadcast shirts. So shout out,
Yay!
Michelle.
That's awesome.
We'll have to figure out how we can do that. But,
All right.
all right, Jacob, hit us with what you
I
got.
got it. All right, so this is the one that we're, I guess, going with.
We are, and as soon as
I
you
say with
send
a question mark on the end of it.
Yeah, as soon as you send me that, I will post the show.
Awesome. And then the other one we have as the alternate was this, which kind of fits the style. But since the show is essentially going to, break everything that we currently have in one way or another, rather than stick with the practical, it's best to stick with the absurd.
Just veer into the skid, man.
Yep.
So, but I will be. I'll have to figure out a way to use this in some other fashion.
Do you want to show the new broadcast artwork that's gonna hit the everything in January?
Sure.
The sneak peek.
Yeah. Let me pull that up. You're going to be pulling
That's
up right
what
into
she
my
said.
design files.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, there's.
Oh, I like the double.
So these are not the final colors necessarily, because we've been going back and forth
We
a
have
lot.
been going back and forth. Where's the one with the wine glass?
See, that's funny that you should say that. I'm on my laptop, and my the actual one with the wine glass is at home on my Mac.
Actually, I
you have it though. You have the screenshot that I shared.
I do. Hold on, let me do that. And I don't know how to screen share, but I guess I'll figure it out.
No,
it's easy, right? Jay is
it's
giving
just
me
that
one.
little button, but it took me a second. So I'm just kind of scrolling through. Am I giving things away if I scroll through some of the artwork?
Hey Jay, can he scroll through and give away some of the artwork? That's one way to. Well, actually, as soon as I screen share, they're gonna see all of the stuff you've sent me too, because I have them all in one place. Okay, let's see. Where is the little button? Oh, here it is, the green button. Start screen share. Okay. So there it is. Can you guys see that?
Yay. Yes.
Yes, I love it. I love it. It's so good.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's that.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
And then you can see all of the many, many other stuff that you sent me at the bottom of my screen.
Yep, there it all is.
There it all is. I like the new Survivor logo, but I can't get used to the orange yet because it's been red for 7 seasons.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that like burnt orange color.
Yeah, it is. Oh, that was when we were looking at Westworld stuff. Oh, that's an old broadcast.
I like that one.
So what, you guys in the chat, when you see this, what do you see? Because I saw the whip, but
Don't
everybody
give it
else saw
away.
the
That's a leading
Oh,
question.
that-
If you say what you
okay.
thought it looked like.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, I can't edit this out. So, yeah, what do you guys see?
I'm the
Okay,
only one that
everybody else-
sees something different. Story
Yeah,
of my life.
You were.
It's the story of my life.
Okay, everybody in the chat says the whip. Hey, Will, how you doing?
Will!
Hi.
Okay, so nobody else sees the Amanda. What did you see in
Looks
it?
like a tail.
It looks like a tail. It looks like a tampon with a really long
A
tail.
really long tail. No Oh, I guess that would be an applicator.
Yeah.
Applicator,
Yes.
schmapplicator. Something that plugs
Something that plugs
in.
in. Well, it matters.
That's what she said.
Mm.
Okay, and
Somebody
here
said.
is the crossover artwork, and I
like
love
it.
Yes.
I like that they're holding hands.
Yeah.
I feel like in actuality,
So
they'd
peaceful.
probably be like the male one would have its like head, like it would be like pushing the girl's head, you know. But
Just
I
below
really-
the glass ceiling.
yeah,
Just
Yeah,
below
yeah.
but I like this better. It's harmonious.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I would think also though. I think the ladies would be pushing back too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if
Well,
it was
I
him,
would-
it would
yeah.
just be
Ex-
constant talking, and if it was us, it would be rolling eyes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the wine glass logo has some good feedback. Do you guys have any suggestions, or we won't even do color suggestions because
Cool.
we're driving you crazy with that. Like, I'm
Well,
Jacob was like,
recognizing.
It's so difficult because you have no idea. I'm trying so hard to keep it away from like boy equals blue and
I
girl
know.
equals pink. I'm trying so hard, but every time I go back to it, it ends up looking like it's meant to be that way.
Well, and honestly, like I so fucking appreciate that you say that. And then at the same time, I'm like, but purple
But
is
it
my
looks so
favorite
good.
color.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, it does. It ends up looking like it's supposed to. So I don't
Yeah.
know, but
I want yellow still in
I'm
there
literally
somewhere.
wearing a bra that's purple and pink right now. So, but, like, yeah.
Oh, there goes Siri.
Oh.
My Siri comes on a lot while we're recording. I want yellow
Siri, we're
somewhere, but I
busy.
already said that, so I won't
No, the yellow's
say
great.
it again.
Yeah, yeah, I like
The
I
that.
yellow.
like that combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so do we like the yellow better than the light pink per se with the dark purple behind it?
Ooh,
Oh,
this
man, I
question's
like both.
hard.
I like
I know.
both.
Yeah. So wait, we're saying the dark pink with the yellow, and the
Yeah,
purple with the
because-
light pink.
Right, and technically you could do that, and then the Married Man Show could go back to their original like dark blue-gray with the yellow that they had already.
Right.
So then you're both sharing the yellow.
I love
One of you
that.
has a dark blue-gray, and one of you has a dark magenta-purple color.
I do like that sort of
Oh.
through line. Yeah, that's my vote. Yeah, I
I'll
like
vote with Amanda because I trust her.
that.
She
I'll
says
make sure I
that
lock that up.
Yeah.
she's got the eyes.
It's a little bit of what I do in real life.
Yes.
Yes.
This is even more behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
A little bit of professionalism.
Yes.
Well,
little
I'll
bit.
go ahead and hop off and let you guys get back to your champagne. And,
Cool. Well, thank you so much for showing all that stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
absolutely. There's so much more to come. There's so much work to do.
Oh, but it's so worth it. It's so good. You do such great work.
Oh,
And
thank
thanks
you.
for
It's
the
worth it.
tank tops.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm
just gonna lift
it. It's just easier.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm with me. Jack just said that he likes our collector's edition. What did he say? Hold on. I like the collector item T-shirts. So shout out, Jack is out there now.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay! I feel like our chat has really grown. This is awesome. I didn't expect more than like 2 people to watch, Jay and Zach. So we got 16.
Fantastic.
Woo! Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
bye, guys.
All right. Bye, Jacob. Thank
Hi,
you.
Jacob.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. So do we want to do this Gilmore Girl discussion?
Let's do it.
Or do we want to?
Yeah.
Or do we want to do the feedback first?
Maybe let's do the
Uh,
feedback first, because if there's any, because there's obviously going to be a lot of spoilers in the
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls
Yes,
chat,
yes.
and we don't want to
Alright.
like alienate now that we've got more people.
That's
watching.
true. Maybe we
Put
should
it,
wait
put it at the
until
end.
Okay. Or we can just do it when we're not live and people can skip over. So that way we don't cause a mass exodus from the chat.
Yeah, that's true. I binged watch last night so I could be prepared for
Nice.
today.
Yes.
All right. Well,
That's
then
why.
we'll start.
That's why I have nothing else interesting to talk about. I've just been watching Gilmore Girls.
All right. Well, then let's start with an email from Maggie. Okay, here we go. Hey, lady, I'm shaving your legs. Intriguing title. Hey, ladies, enjoy the brunch today. I'm sorry to miss it. I will listen as soon as it's posted. I listen to each episode as soon as they're posted. You guys are the best. Oh, thank you, Maggie.
Oh,
My question is about winter and shaving your legs. How often do you shave your legs in the winter? I haven't been shaving mine lately, and I guess it's bothering me because last night I had a dream about having sex with a random guy, but I was self-conscious about my legs in my dream. Weird, huh? Just thought I'd see. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Man. Yeah.
Maggie, I'm so sorry that your sex dream was interrupted by feelings of self-consciousness about your legs when your mind could have been focused on other things.
Yep.
Yeah.
I go months without shaving my legs.
You did that when we were living together too.
Yeah. I have a theory though, because I think I've done this since like high school. Like I go most of the winter without shaving my legs, and I find my hair grows a lot slower in the summer because again, this could be totally just me just making it up because I want to believe it. But yeah, I feel like my hair grows slower and is like finer because I give it that rest of like just.
I shave my legs like all the time. So I'm hairy Italian.
See, but I'm Italian too.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you like Northern Italian? Maybe there's a difference.
No, like the Italian side's from Naples.
Well, on you.
Yeah. Those waspy genes are strong, I think.
Yeah. Do your legs show at the gym? Yes. And I don't care if I don't have them shaved, whatever.
Yep.
That's my theory on it.
Shave for big events, like if I have to wear a dress or like, or, if you know you're going to be naked with someone that is not used to seeing you with hairy legs, then yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, just, a little extra warmth.
Yeah.
Extra warmth. I'm kind of hairy. In the winter, as we discussed, like there's really no winter here, but even if I am in a place with winter, I do wear a lot of dresses. Tights are awesome because you can't tell.
True.
But if you're wearing like nylons, then like the hairs will like stick through. So I feel like I give into societal pressures, yada, 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 whatever. And I do kind of shave a lot, but also I feel like for Maggie and her dream, honestly, like even if it's a rando that is not used to seeing you hairy, I feel like guys are just happy enough to be there that like doesn't matter and shouldn't matter. And if it does matter to them, then maybe you want to find yourself a different rando.
Yeah. If it does matter, he's a little prissy, I think.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it does matter, then he can kind of go fuck himself. But hair happens. We are.
Yeah. But hey, it's your dream. So next time you have it, you can just make him in your dream, not care.
Yep.
JP wants to know if it's hard to shave around the knees. Yeah, I frequently will skip the knee area.
Yeah. I've got some pretty gnarly scars on my knees from nicks and things over the years.
Same. Tim says, I'm with Stitch Fix, not with her. Stitch Fix? I can't fucking say that.
It's hard. It's hard.
Hashtag not with her. Yeah, whatever.
Hashtag fish sticks, I think Amanda coined. We're going to go with that.
Fish sticks.
Oh, man. Does anybody else out there have anything to chat about? Otherwise, we'll try talk Gilmore Girls, keeping it somewhat spoiler free, and then we can delve into heavier spoiler stuff when people have the option to skip ahead. So I think that's fair.
We did just get an email from Shut Up Tim that says, Jesus. And I quote, loved Shut Up Tim. Oh, sorry. It's not from Shut Up Tim. It's from Uncle Larry. I'm so sorry. But he said, loved Shut Up Tim on your campaign brunch. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I'm with hers, but we're not actually campaigning. Just wanted to point out the, spelling error, whatever. Need more of him in my life. What other shows can I find him on? Also, please do a fish sticks update.
Stitch. Larry.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I believe you can find him on Jane Jack Present Inside the Podcaster Studio, Shut Up Tim Production featuring Shut Up Tim. And the Married Man Show.
Yeah,
And
I
this
am
past week,
impressed.
Survivor with J. Jack and Cully.
Yes. I am impressed because, as we said, that was a fucking mouthful. So good job.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
You got it out.
Yeah. So the other thing that we were thinking about doing.
That's what the Squatty Potty said.
Oh, we should make that a thing. That's what the Squatty Potty said. I love that. So some of the other kind of ideas we've been kicking around for the patron-only content, other than Jay and Jack present Inside the Actor Studio with Shut Up Tim featuring Shut Up Tim, or whatever the fuck it's called. We wanted to have all of the hosts across the networks, whoever could be a part of it, do trivia off against each other. But Shandy Pants here is the lone holdout.
I told you on the last episode that I will show up and drink.
Okay.
So I will technically participate. I was pressured into doing this. Gotta take one for the team.
So wait, so why don't you like trivia? Because you're so smart. I feel like you'd be really good at it.
No, I don't know anything. I'm maybe like somewhat book smart about a handful of subjects. I don't know anything else. I don't know, when you guys talk about movies, I don't know what you're talking about. When you talk about shows, I watched 2 shows. I don't know any of it. When you talk about actors, all the cameos in Gilmore Girls, I didn't fucking know any of them. I don't know stuff. That's why it's stressful. And I don't know obvious stuff. And so, yeah. That's why I don't like trivia, but I will show up and drink and smile and nod and pretend that I know. I'm good at that.
Well, the biggest problem with this is A, going to be scheduling it, and B, who's going to host and come up with questions for it. We have to kind of figure that out.
Yeah.
So if anybody has trivia questions and stuff for this thing and you want it to be a thing, please send them in. Send them to jandjacktv@gmail.com and I'll start compiling them there. And I promise I will assign it to somebody who is going to be the host that will know the answers. But anyway, do we want to talk about Gilmore Girls now as we start to wind things down a little bit?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. So, well, JP says Carrie Butler on Gilmore Girls was my favorite cameo. And we talked before we started filming the other day, Amanda, recording, that you and I've seen her in Les Mis, and I've seen her in Sound of Music. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because it took me a while to figure out how I knew her.
Yeah,
and that has to be it.
Good times. And then Tim keeps saying the elephant in the room, and Rory sucks.
Yeah,
Rory's the worst, but she's always been the worst.
Yeah, she kind of does.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. A real Arrested Development happening there.
Her? But
see that one I get.
Speaking of her,
yay!
She was in it.
Yeah, because she was Laura Graham's daughter in Parenthood. There was a lot of Parenthood cameos, which I thought were really great.
I did get these. Okay, so I guess I've seen 2.5 shows, and so I got the Arrested Development stuff, and I got the Parenthood stuff. Yeah, and I felt very proud of myself.
Yes.
For those. Yay.
So my thoughts, I really liked it overall. It wasn't a chore for me to watch it. The whole time I enjoyed the storylines. I told you guys the Emily and all the stuff with Richard, I thought was so well handled. I went through that when my grandfather passed away. And I watched my grandma have a lot of the same reactions, from the, getting rid of things to, I have my grandparents' wedding silverware downstairs that one day my grandma put in boxes and was like, hey, next time you or your parents drive to North Carolina, you can take these. I don't want them anymore. So, she went through a phase like that, and she just, a lot of the things that Emily did was very true to me, and a lot of the struggling, because I think that Lorelai's storyline, I know a lot of it was just to get that wild thing in. But I thought that at least it was believable that she would have some kind of crisis of self based on the change that she had gone through in her life. And even, I would say Rory, but I feel like Rory's character was written that way because, and we talked about this, but I blame the whole series on the last 4 words. I think that we could have gotten a better Rory, the Rory that we all thought she would be, if Amy Sherman Palladino wasn't so hell-bent on having the last 4 words that were originally intended for Rory to say at 19, 20, 21, 22, whenever the series would have eventually ended if she had stuck around. I think they have a greater impact then. You have Rory saying them at 32 and she's put together and she's got her life put together and she's successful. You go, okay, so.
Yeah, but I would say even to that, like, and I thought about that a lot because you said that before I had gotten to that part of the series. And then afterwards, so I had some time to kind of ruminate on it. And now knowing what those last 4 words are, I almost hate the idea of her saying them at the end of a young episode more, because I think it's kind of a cop out in storytelling.
Ooh, yeah.
And I get loving your characters, and I think she clearly loves her characters, and I think that's why they wanted to do this again, because she, Amy Sherman Palladino needed closure on her characters, but I think she loves her characters to a fault. And she was so hell-bent on these 4 words, and like there's this term in writing called, you killing your darlings, that just because you're so set on this idea, sometimes it's better as a writer to just throw that idea out, because you're working so hard to this one idea that perhaps you're sacrificing a better one. And I think that's kind of what happened here in my opinion. But yeah, like I enjoyed a lot of it, but those last 4 words kind of killed the whole thing for me, because it just
for me it's not even believable, because Roy was raised in a household where her mom was a teenage mom, got knocked up at a young age, and so like she has known her whole life to be careful with like, protection and all of that kind of stuff. And so, and also she's like super type A and very much like, she like fucking follows the rules. So for me, it's like, how did that even happen? Like, I know accidents happen, whatever, but like, it's just not believable.
Yeah, it's not in her character.
That Rory would get like at any age that she would have an unplanned pregnancy. Like for me, that's just like completely, antithetical to who she is as a person. So and for me, that was unbelievable. Just
also spoilers.
Yeah,
sorry.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
Like, so as Dennis pointed out, isn't the point that her life was in shambles? Well, if you're part of the 1%, and that's the thing. That's my whole point.
Yes.
That like
well put.
Rory, who can't afford underwear but still can afford to, I'm assuming, use her inheritance to fly to London to fuck Logan every, couple of months. Like, because that's a cheap flight.
Or just to go that long without a job.
Or
what a fucking luxury. Yes.
Because I'm sure the Stars Hollow Gazette paid over $20,000 a year.
No, she said it was unpaid. Like when she was
it's unpaid. Okay.
She's like, I asked, like, that whole conversation. They say it was
okay.
I assume it's for free, and he's like, great, you're hired.
Okay, but the whole point, yes, I think that they made Rory's life in shambles, 1%er shambles, so that way it was more of an emotional punch. Like life came full circle in the end. But like you said, why couldn't we have seen, like, okay, Rory has always been somewhat the worst, right? She lost her virginity to a married man. She stole a yacht. Her life kind of got off tracks when she was in college.
She's just uninteresting also, and she's just...
Right, well, that's not, and also though, okay, those are Rory's growing pains. Like, those are means to teach her lessons that Lorelai would taught. But like you said, I think Lorelai is such a great character in that she is this woman who, she was a 1%er too, but like she gave up all of that and then built her own life. She was the maid at the inn the first time, and she worked her way all the way up to the front desk to, buying her own inn. So like,
also she's just an interesting person. Like she has a personality.
She just has a really strong like moral core. Like she's just a very strongly built, solid
Yeah.
character. And,
Yeah, Rory's more like a wet blanket. Like she's just
Yeah.
not.
Right. Well, Rory definitely has that. And okay, now we'll get into this. She kind of got stereotyped. Like, I know they had the 30-something gang, and that was supposed to, you know, poke fun at the people in our age group, the older millennials, that, because it did take, I would say that it definitely is tougher for people in our age group. Like, we came out of college to a recession, and
Yeah.
you know, it's been tougher for us to get started, I think, than our parents in on some levels. Because
yeah,
100%.
I actually hated the 30-something group, but I'll let you finish because
Yeah, no, I'm
I was so mad.
I didn't like them either. I just,
Yeah.
you know, that was the thing that they were using to like kind of poke fun at that. But I think that they made Rory like this stereotypical entitled millennial who thought that she had, you know, her life was falling apart and she had no direction. And I just like, I actually get that, because I think we were talking about this the other day, Amanda, that
Yeah.
or all three of us have said like we relate to certain aspects of Rory and certain parts of it, or at least Amanda and I did, because we grew up being the same age as her as she was going on. But I don't see why the Rory that we were presented with in the original run, the go-getter who, you know, had all these dreams of meeting and being the next Christiane Amanpour, like, why didn't we get that? But then I think, oh, well, how many of us know people or were on the honor roll in the top 2% of our high school class and then got out into the real world and kind of never felt we lived up to the things that we thought we were going to do when we were in high school. So I guess I'm a mixed bag on Rory, but she is the worst.
Well, I mean, I do think that that's like only half believable though too, to her character, because here's the thing. Yeah. How many of us millennials like get out of college and have a hard time? Yeah, a lot. Like, so that's believable. But honestly, with all of her incredible privilege comes the connections and the kind of contacts that you need to propel yourself into the career field that you want. So for me, like, that's also not believable. And of course, like, yeah, she has that annoying thing about like, oh, I don't want to ask for help, you know, but honestly, like, she went to school with these people. She had them as teachers. She went to fucking Yale. Like, yeah. No, she's got it made. She should have it made. And for me, that's also not believable that she would be so floundering. It's kind of funny when she like shows up to the job interview not having prepared the job interview, because that's just like, you are privileged, like, but like the fact that she couldn't just like wing that is also not really believable, because Rory, whatever.
Well, Rory is a bad journalist, and she has been painted as lazy, in my opinion, because to be a writer in this day and age, it's competitive, and she has all this privilege and is someone who should be doing well and is not doing any of it. Like, and you sort of saw the groundwork of this in the later seasons. And granted, the later seasons I didn't watch start to finish, so there are a lot of plot holes for me. But like, just simple things like, not preparing for interviews. Like, she, you know, that whole scene where she's like complaining to Jess, it's like a lot of those things were your own faults.
Yeah. Rory's supposedly such a go-getter all the time. Why couldn't, if she was having trouble finding a journalist job, why didn't she start a blog? Why didn't we see her doing stuff to self-promote?
Well, right, and that's where, like, for me, it's just not even really believable. And like the job interview, like normal people would prepare a job interview, but like if I were thrown into a situation, I don't know, like in an hour where I was asked serious questions about my personal field, like, I could wing it. I could, and it wouldn't be as good as if I had sat down and prepared it. But like, so for me, that's where it's like, no, that's actually.
And at this day and age, if you want to be a writer, like, you can't pick and choose. Like the fact that she's listing all like, oh, my New Yorker piece in the Atlantic, and
like, the Atlantic.
That's just not believable. Like that just wasn't good research in the writing. Like the average writer to sustain themselves nowadays has to work on everything, and they have to be nose to the grindstone, and they have to be constantly networking, and they have to be really working at it. And Rory did none of those things.
Well, and actually, it's funny that you bring up the lack of research, like things that are unbelievable. And this is a pet peeve, and I tweeted about this, and this is probably the stupidest thing to complain about, but all of Lorelai's people from Parenthood that were the park rangers, like they were fucking Forest Service employees. They're not park rangers. That drove me nuts. Like, just like look into the agency. It's not like, yeah, maybe most people don't know about that. And I'm saying that because I used to work in the Forest Service, but like,
you did? That's super cool.
I did. I was for 3 years. I worked for the Forest Service. Fucking love the shit out of them.
That's so awesome.
That is awesome.
Let's put a pin in that and come back to it at some point, because I have a lot of questions and I want to know about this.
Speaking of that, what did we think of? Because I think we all agree that Rory is the worst. What did we think about Lorelai and the musical? I've heard so many hit or miss. Like some people love the musical and some people hate it.
I mean, as I've said earlier, I don't I'm not into. I don't. Yeah. I'm out. I'm out. You guys should talk about this because I'm out. During that whole thing, I was like checking my phone and whatever.
I loved it. I thought it was ridiculous.
That's what. Okay.
I thought it was just purely sort of popcorn. It was just there for entertainment, and it was just there to cram in some cameos.
It was
and because Amy Sherman Palladino really likes her theater stuff, I guess, right?
Well, but her husband wrote and directed that one. That was one of the ones her husband did.
They had a lot of Bunhead cameos.
Oh, see, I didn't watch Bunheads. Oh, that's true. I didn't make the connection that Sutton Foster was on Bunheads. Yeah. I was just like, oh, she must be a fan of Gilmore Girls.
No, yeah, she was on Bunheads. So I think a lot of that was, I guess, a kind of a subtle nod to that show, maybe. But yeah. I think Lorelai's face during the musical and the fact that everybody else loved it so much was very in character for the town. I liked watching it. But what about Lorelai's journey, her big character arc in Fall? Because I have to say I cried when she called Emily at the end of it. No, I liked that. I thought the wild thing was a little forced. I liked the commentary on like movie or book.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was also kind of insulting to women that we're all kind of lemmings that kind of chase after something. Yeah. But at the same point, it is kind of a cultural phenomenon. And I did kind of appreciate, like, there was a lot of sort of cultural insensitivities that they made that I really thought were offensive. But I guess as also being a white woman, I was sort of like, I guess we kind of deserve that one.
For the wild one, actually, so I thought it was, I mean, obviously, I've talked about this multiple times. I love Cheryl Strayed, and actually, both movie and book are like, they're both really good. And Cheryl Strayed like had a hand in the movie, so whatever. But that was one where I was like, I get the reference. Yay! But
I waited 32 years to be in on a joke.
Yes. Oh my god, it's like I've seen both or seen and read anyway, and I know that, like, because obviously I follow her on social media, she was very touched also, but just that it was like in there. I did think it was a little bit, like you said, Amanda, a little bit heavy-handed, like a little bit too much, but a little bit too ridiculous also. I mean, yeah, I get the commentary, and I've like had my moments where I'm like, I want to go do that too. But so I guess maybe it's true to form. But also, like, she flew cross country for whatever. Again, just like the thinking about like actual logistics. But I liked her call to Emily. I think it was very typically Lorelai. Like, yeah, we were leading up to that. Like, and I love Lorelai, and I've said like I related to her more because I watched it as a 30-something and not when even though I am just obviously like you guys, Rory's age, like I watched it in my 30s, so I identify with her more. Also, I think she's more interesting. But like, why could, and I get it's for the story and whatever, blah blah blah. But like, why couldn't she? just, I don't care that she was passed out drunk at her father's funeral. Why couldn't she just either say nothing or like, God,
I was
for
on
me,
Team
that's
Emily
so
with it.
frustrating. It's so frustrating because for me, that's also like, okay, I understand her character. I get who she is. And yes, it's true to form, but like, just like shut your mouth. Like just say I loved my father. That's all you have to say. It's so frustrating for me when shit's just so like easily solvable. But of course they're gonna put it in there because they wanna have this story arc. And for me that's like an annoying story arc. So yay, she came around and she finally called Emily and whatever, but at the same time it was kind of just like
yes.
Ugh.
Well, to defend her, like that out of the whole sort of grief thing did ring true for me, because your body, like when you're dealing with grief, like your body and your psyche just go like into hyperdrive and you just kind of do weird things. So like that I really resonated with that, because I feel like in my own life I've kind of had weird outbursts like that as well when I've kind of been dealing with grief.
Yeah.
So like that I got, and I think also it did set up, it sort of brought Lorelai and Emily's relationship to like a head. And I think in order to like explore that relationship, they had to do that. They had to explode their relationship in front of the camera, and then we could sort of spend the rest of the time kind of building them back up.
Right.
So I did like that, and I did sort of find it kind of true, like a darker truth to life that people don't always like to draw attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I agree with that. Overt or not so overt racism aside, what did you think of the Emily storyline?
I loved Emily.
She's not my favorite.
I told you guys she got a happy ending, and all the maybe Mexicans got a happy ending too.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I mean, let's not even go into that, because that was no discussion on how ridiculous.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
That was the fucking worst.
But they got a mansion to live in at the end. Everybody wins.
I blame that on the writers. That's
not like so Colleen, I know we were talking about this off of the podcast, like how you were saying like it was to show that like how much Emily has changed and that she wouldn't accept that, like the fact that somebody doesn't even speak her language, she would not have tolerated that before. And I get that. So just have this person actually be a native Spanish speaker who speaks Spanish. Don't have this ambiguous, oh, this is Gypsy in a wig speaking, oh, nobody knows what language she's speaking. Like, no, then it's just fucking offensive. Like, that's not okay. Just like you could accomplish that whole, like, yeah, Emily accepts things that she wouldn't have before, and you can do it in a way that's not fucking racist. So that was on the show.
Yeah, like I literally, I knew that was Gypsy because I had read about it beforehand or when I was watching Winter, and I kept waiting for that to be like a payoff. Like Gypsy was gonna be like, oh, that's my twin sister or something, you know, like, or that's my cousin. Like I thought we were gonna get some payoff explanation that explained why they had the same actress playing her. Then we never got that, and I was like, huh. Well, that was a choice that I'm not sure I agree with.
Right. I mean, like, and also like Gypsy herself is somebody who has a first name that's like kind of offensive too. So like, whatever, I guess they have their it's a white world in Connecticut apparently. And
growing up in Connecticut.
I say Amanda, I say that as a Montanan where we have our own problems, but
yeah. But actually, and this, as you guys were talking, this thought kind of just came into my mind. You guys ever seen Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yes.
The Upstairs Neighbor?
Do not remember.
It's what was it was like a famous white actor, and they sort of put him in like yellow face.
God.
And he was like the Asian upstairs neighbor. And I feel like, and that was in that film came out in like 60.
Oh, and that's still
64.
Like, that
and it kind of felt like the same concept. Like it was very this sort of like old school white entitlement. Like this is okay. Like, and same thing as, like Long Duck Dong. Like it's kind of the same idea. Like it was handled in the same way. And it's like, well, it's 2016.
It's Mickey Rooney playing a
Mickey Rooney. Thank you. Yeah.
It's 2016.
It's really icky. Like it was really like, oh, come on, guys. Like,
well, it's 2016, and like I feel like I feel like they're like the writers and everyone like of the show are very sort of like informed and aware of certain issues. So you would think that like basic racism would be one of the things that they're also
But that
sort of
also makes
attuned
it
to.
worse because like she's gone on record and like defended herself. So it's like she is aware and she just doesn't care. Like, because that's not the story she's trying to tell. And I think
that's gross.
Really,
Yeah.
like that's not acceptable nowadays.
No, that's
like
gross.
if you're going to advocate for feminism, you gotta advocate across the board.
Across the fucking board. Otherwise, you're not a feminist. I'm sorry. That's bullshit. Yeah.
Yep.
Ugh. Gross.
All right.
Yeah.
So
That was not
about
that
that
was not
short
a-
conversation that was spoiler free. Sorry.
But it happened. Mandy emailed in, Rory can't be pregnant with the Wookiees baby, right? I don't think so. That happened in
No.
spring.
Exactly.
Wait,
There's a season
Oh,
difference.
the Wookiee. I read that and I was
Oh
like,
my
what?
God.
I was like, who the heck
I
is the
hated
what?
that. Can we talk for a second about how much I hated her fucking Rory freak out moment about, oh my God, I just had a one night stand. Fuck Rory. I just
That was really
don't
weird
like
to have
her.
that happen to your mom, by the way. Even if I'm best friends with my mom, I don't think I walk in and be like, I just fucked a source in a Wookiee costume.
Yeah. Well, and at 32 to be so alarmed about that. Like maybe when you're 22.
That's my thing. Yeah.
At 32,
just,
you're having your first one night stand. Just
like Rory, go fuck yourself. And if it is like, if it is her first one night stand, like whatever, that's fine. Like I'm not saying that people need to have one night stands, although it's pretty fucking normal. But hey, if you have your first one night stand at 32, fine. But don't freak out about it. Ugh. Rory.
Oh, Rory, you're the worst. All right, so we loved Emily, racism aside.
Well, because it had nothing to do with her. It had to do with the writers.
Right.
The writers
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But
Yeah, no, my reaction was like, oh, she became a good person because she was always like spicy and like sort of like interesting to watch and fun, but I did not enjoy how much of just a horrible person she was before. So this it was like, oh yeah, she's become a good person. It really sucks like
yeah,
like the sort of the impetus for her change was really unfortunate, but I did really enjoy seeing that.
yeah.
Her becoming herself, like her own self as an individual as opposed to part of a couple.
Yeah.
Right. Well, because her whole life she was, somebody's daughter and then she was somebody's wife. And so that is interesting to see her as an individual, even though it's heartbreaking. But
So I forgot about this and I still vaguely remember my sister reminded me how, Lorelai is her own person, but Rory and Emily are very similar, and that Emily started off as Richard's mistress as well.
Oh,
Which I don't remember.
I didn't know that.
He was like engaged to somebody else. No, that's right. There are scenes at college where they talk about it. And he was like with somebody else, and Emily gets all pissed because that woman, he still like has lunch with her, right? Or had lunch with her.
I don't remember this.
And that was a whole thing.
No idea.
It was during the Rory college years, so it's like, yeah, go suck a dick. Like not a fan, but but they did. I do remember vaguely that they talked about that, and there was this whole thing where like he like was it like once a week he still has lunch with this woman, but kept it from Emily, so it was this huge thing. That's interesting. Do you guys want to talk about Logan?
Yeah, real quick, and then we got to wrap it up.
Okay.
Logan. This is the first time that I didn't super hate the Life and Death Brigade. Because I thought that scene it was just a small amount of them that it was fun, even though it went on a little too long, but I don't know.
I realized I missed that whole thing. Like those were the sort of years that I wasn't really watching religiously. So like I had no idea who they were. I was like, what the frick is this? This is really like stupid. It's like a nice palate cleanser, but I'm like, who are these people?
Right. I mean,
and where the hell are they? There's no tango club in Stars Hollow.
They were in New Hampshire or wherever they went to.
Yeah, there's no basement tango club in New Hampshire either.
Well, no, that's because Colin bought it and changed it.
Exactly.
Were they in Boston? Like, where the hell were they? New Haven? Like, where the hell were they?
I don't know. But Logan,
and maybe research. I think, like for me, the Life and Death Brigade, like the actual brigade, it was like, oh, that's right, you guys are really, really fucking rich and do like stupid, like insanely rich things, like buy entire clubs and like, oh yeah, haha, that's the kind of, you know, life that Rory is sort of part of and whatever. So for that, I was just like, that's so boring to me, like these super fucking privileged people. But Logan, I would say actually, like, so on like the scale of Dean, Jess, and Logan, I do, and this is maybe controversial, but I do think that Logan is like the most decent person that she's ever with, and maybe not including the the reboot, but like Jess is a fucking asshole to her in high school, and so he's the, like, objectively he's the and maybe subjectively he's the hottest.
Yes.
But he was a fucking asshole. Dean's a wet blanket.
Mhm.
And Logan was actually always really good to her. I don't really understand his situation. Like,
well,
if his like French fiance knows that he's like, and they have like some sort of agreement where he's getting some on the side, then that's one thing. If not, then that kind of sucks. But like, he's actually very good to her all the time, except for maybe that. But again, that's like this asterisk that we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Amy Sherman Palladino has said that she intended for Logan to be Rory's Christopher. When just like Christopher bowed to the pressure of his family and became the lawyer or whatever, Logan bowed to the pressures of his family and agreed to, you know, the rich fiance and the family business when he wanted out of that so badly. And then I read an interview with Matt Krasinski, however you say his name, who plays Logan, and he said that he was explained the parallels, and while he understood it, he did not feel like that was, he made the choice to not play it like he was Christopher. So
interesting.
So, and I kind of agreed with him more. Like, I don't see him as Rory's Christopher, like somebody that, like, because I think that what Amy Sherman Palladino had said was that Jess still loves her and Jess is her Luke. Whereas,
of course,
right?
Yeah, and they're related, so it's like, yeah,
but it's a little like,
I would have much rather,
a little too cutesy. Yeah.
If we're going down the Emily comparison route, then what if Logan's her Richard?
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah. Well, and they're gonna have a baby.
Well, allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, like, I see it in the very simple fact that he comes from the same world that Christopher comes from. They've known each other for a long time and apparently can't
always
not be together. You know, like they like need to be together in some sort of way, shape, or form. But yeah, I agree. He's not the same as I think he's much more interesting than Christopher, honestly.
Yeah. Although their chemistry is a little weird. Is it just me, or is like the Logan Rory chemistry feels like a little absent?
Oh, I don't think so at all.
It does to me. Like,
I think that he's super into her.
Yeah, but like
it has always been.
It just doesn't feel very electric to me. It feels very polite.
Cool.
It feels warm, but it doesn't feel like, you know, romantic.
Colt just texted me. He's watching the chat. So, hey, Colky, what's up?
Hey, Colt!
I think we should start to wrap this up since we've been talking about Gilmore Girls for like 20 minutes.
Although, can I make one? Now
Please
that we're
do.
like spoiler town, and that we brought up Christopher?
Yeah.
Did anyone else have super problems with that scene? And I'm more coming at it from like, I don't think the two actors were in the same room the whole time it was shot.
I don't know. I just couldn't get over how Christopher got hotter and still looked like he didn't age though.
The whole scene was super awkward. Like, just if I can like be like a TV person for a minute. It was super awkward. And I think it's because they shot it with the main actors not in the same room the whole time. Because the only shot you really completely see them together is at the end when they hug.
Interesting.
The rest,
will-
it's
yeah.
all over the shoulders, and the lighting is different when you see like the back of someone's shoulder.
Oh,
The
well, I
lighting
have
is
to go back and
wrong,
watch that now.
and there's like a wide shot
Yeah.
where like Roy walks across, but it's just as easily to like CGI his face. Like I think they shot it in 2 different times because it's
Okay.
very. It's just it's something is really
Interesting.
wrong. Like
Yeah.
the tempo isn't right.
All right, well, I'll have to go back and watch that. And one other thing to pop in my head: why the fuck couldn't Chad Michael Murray come back for the cameo? Like, why do we have some random Tristan?
I thought that wasn't Tristan. I was like,
Yeah, why do we have some random Tristan? Who I guess this is whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Chad Michael Murray.
I didn't even catch that, but I was not a super big fan of Paris freaking out about Tristan, but whatever.
No, that was odd.
No.
But I guess
Although,
she's also
speaking of-
going through her divorce, so maybe she's just more inclined to be extra Paris.
I mean, what? Like, honestly, I'm sorry.
oh
And
boy.
maybe this is just me. You ladies can weigh in on whether or not you agree. We are 32 years old. I do not remember half the people I went to high school with. So fuck that shit. No, you're not
Oh,
still
I
like
do.
any
no,
sort
but
of
a guy that you had a super crush on, you would totally remember.
Yeah,
And if
you
you
know,
were
I
in
would.
Paris,
No, I
like of course
don't.
you would. And
Oh,
she went to a
whatever.
private
That was-
school where they were like they probably had like their class was probably like 60 people.
Yeah.
So you're
yeah.
gonna remember all those people.
but that was like she is 32.
Facebook, dude. I remember everybody I went to high school with because I'm Facebook friends with all of them. I know more about the lives of people I wasn't friends with in high school than some of the people that I was friends with.
Okay, but still, she is 32. Like, I cannot imagine that she would have dwelled on any of that and that any of those people would make her feel the same way as a 32-year-old who fucking got the hottest. This is, okay, maybe this is the underreported fact that we need to talk about.
Oh, God.
Paris is hot as, well, I guess we talked about it last episode.
She is
She's-
hot as shit.
Yeah,
She's-
we're all
okay,
big Paris
She
fans.
got real hot. Jess was hot before, but he actually like is an adult now and got even hotter. Let's see
Mhm.
who else got hot. Who got hot?
While you're thinking of who got hot, Chris in the chat says, guys named Christopher just get better looking as the older we get.
Some guys just get better the older they get.
I think
but-
he's just saying because he's Christopher and Christopher.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
Oh,
the
guys,
name.
Christopher. Yeah, well, Christopher totally true. Christopher did not age. I mean, for all you know, like Amanda, you're talking about how they weren't in the same room. Like they could have maybe just been using outtakes from like 10
Oh,
years
God.
ago because
Yeah.
he really did not age whatsoever.
Dennis said, now that you mentioned it, I can see about the not shooting together.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. Paris, hot. Awesome. Love
Super
it.
hot. Loved her storyline. Loved how close her and Rory remained. I thought that
Yeah.
was really like their
Yeah.
friendship development. I thought was really great.
Yeah.
Yes, because I will say in the original series, I thought she was fucking obnoxious, and I did not like her. I was not a fan. But in the reboot, she was great and she was hot. So that's like the best combination.
Well, there we go. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming to our champagne brunch this morning / afternoon now.
Yeah.
Shandy, it's
Yeah.
not even 10 o'clock for you yet.
It's not even 10 o'clock yet.
You got a
I
whole day.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Awesome. I'm going to go find some food because I am starving.
Yep.
And maybe take a nap. Well, let's be kidding. I'm not going to take a nap. But
Yeah, I'm gonna go
You
put
guys-
my apartment back together.
if you guys made it all the way through, thank you for listening. Thank you to everybody who came out and hung out in the chat. Thank you to Jacob for our shirts and the new artwork that the rest of you will see at some point in January. Thank you to our patrons. We got 2 new patrons during this brunch.
Yay! Are you kidding me?
Shut up! Oh, that's so great.
So welcome, Jana and David. Thank you guys for becoming patrons. And thank you to thank you to all the patrons. And a big thank you to Eckhart, Tack, and Molly. So thank you guys. Thank you to everybody. If you want to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/JaneJack, or you can go to janejack.com and click on the link at the top of the page that says become a patron. If you'd like to check out the other shows on the network, you can go to janejack.com/iTunes. You've heard from Married Men today. We've plugged Westworld. That's going to be live if you're listening to this before Sunday and want to check that out. They just did a crossover Westworld podcast with Joe Pinionated and Josh Wigler from the post-show recaps
And it was
Westworld
great.
podcast. Was it? I haven't
gentlemen.
finished it yet.
It was really good. I had a couple thoughts that I might write some comments in on. But
Do it.
But yeah, no, I thought it was super enjoyable to listen to, and I'm so glad I'm caught up so that I can like follow along.
Oh
with
man,
in
I'm
this
still
next
getting
week.
there.
Yeah.
Yes. Check out Survivor with Jay, Jack, and Colleen. Check out Sports Talk. I'm sorry, it's The Walking Dead with 3 stupid guys with Sports Talk at the end of it. God, I'm trying to think. Leftovers comes back in the springtime. Game of Thrones with Jay, Jack, and Nick from the Married Man Show. That's a thing that happens. The Amazing Race with Jack and Cindy will be back in April when The Amazing Race comes back. So we do a lot of stuff. Check it all out. Sherlock. They'll be doing the Sherlock podcast again when Sherlock comes
really?
out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Gotta get in on that.
Yeah. So that only happens once a year when they have new episodes of Sherlock.
Or once every other. Do they do one for the Abominable Bride?
Yep.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Yep.
Sorry.
So stay tuned for that. A Zach and Mommy podcast. I don't think I still have to record Zachy singing. Because he sings now when I put him to sleep at night, when Jay, because we take turns every other night, I'll sing the lullaby and he'll start singing with me.
Oh my god.
Like kid knows all the words and I don't really do the lullabies because I don't really care for them too much. So I'm talking like we do Feed the Birds. He knows all the lyrics to Feed the Birds. Jay does Let's Go Fly a Kite with him, so they sing that. He loves Mary Poppins. Okay, so the most recent song I've been singing him was, he used to know all the lyrics to Burn from Hamilton.
Oh, so good.
But he's since rebelled and said, no bun. So we don't sing that one anymore. Now he's into A Million Reasons by Lady Gaga, and he can sing, he sings along with me, so it's really cute. One of these days I need to take my phone in and just record it without him knowing. But if he sees my phone, I have a feeling he'll think I'm about to take a picture and like rebel. But anyway, so I have to do that because I think you guys would find it so adorable. So this show will be out at the end of the week. If you're hearing this, then it's already out. We're going to record one more time next week, and then that will be posted the following week. And then we're going to take a little hiatus for a little while for the rest of the month of December, and we'll be back sometime in January. So stay tuned for that. And I think that's it. I always somehow manage to turn the shows that are ending on a quick note on a very long note. So I'm just going to say thank you all for coming. I'm Colleen.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
And peace out, everybody. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for joining us, duh.
Bye.
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 If anybody out there has any I'm not recording anymore, but if anybody out there has any episode titles, throw them together in the chat and we'll take your suggestions. Because I usually write them down as we go, and I didn't write anything down this time.
Because you were having too much fun.
I know, other than live champagne brunch, which I guess we could go with.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Champagne is the best breakfast food.
I'm going to sign off for everybody watching live. Thank you for the kind words in the chat. That was really sweet. And, thanks for coming out. So we'll see you all. You guys can stick around if you want, but we'll see the rest of you. I'm waving to the wrong screen. We'll see the rest of you later.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.